Is the 6L90E 6-speed still a viable choice in 2026, or has the 10-speed made it obsolete? In today's podcast style review, I'm going to give you my opinion of how my 6.6-liter gas 23 Silverado 2500 HD with the 6-speed does towing my 9,500-pound 35-foot travel trailer. No fluff, just facts. Before you even hook up, you're loading the heavy hitters, the generator, the toolbox, the table, 12 gallons of spare water. That's an extra 100 pounds right there. Truck's loaded. You hook up the trailer, sweating and tired. You crawl in the cab. It's quiet. Everybody's looking at their screens. Everybody's getting ready for the trip. But you, the captain, you're the one piloting this 50-foot plus ship down the road. It's go time. You turn on the music and you hit the road. Mountain grades loom in the distance, but you're ready for it. And the absolute last thing you need to be doing is worrying about your transmission. I've been in that driver's seat for many a trips, whether that be in my 21 HD Silverado with the 6-speed or now my 23 Silverado with the 6-speed. And I'm going to tell you why this 6-speed is the one I trust to get me and my family home. Let's talk about the heat. When you're pulling 9,500 pounds and it's 100 plus degrees, you don't want to have to keep monitoring the transmission temperature gauge. This 2500 HD comes equipped with the massive transmission cooler. It's a heavy-duty unit. But there's a secret most people miss. A giant cooler is only half the battle. I never have to worry about this truck overheating, but that's because I understand the physics of what's happening under the hood. You see, heat isn't just a byproduct of the road or the external temperature. It's a byproduct of your right foot. If you try to force the gasoline engine to climb like a diesel by pitting the throttle and screaming at maximum RPMs just to maintain 70 up a grade, you're creating a thermal nightmare. High RPMs under heavy load don't just stress the internals, they generate a massive amount of engine and transmission heat. If you push this 6.6 too hard for too long, those exhaust manifolds will literally glow red. This is going to heat soak your engine bay, your fluid lines, and your transmission. My strategy? I let the truck find its rhythm. I'd rather crest the top of the hill at 55 miles an hour with the engine in its happy place than to push it to its breaking point just to save a few seconds. When you respect the RPMs, the 6-speed stays cool, the engine stays happy, and you ensure that you're not the guy on the side of the road with his hood up. Now don't get me wrong, the computer in the 2500 HD is incredibly smart. It's constantly calculating how to give you the best balance of pulling power and gear holding performance. But here's the thing, it's programmed to protect the truck first. When I'm on the road, I prefer using the cruise control. It's the steadiest way to manage a 1,000-mile trip. However, because the computer is prioritizing the health of the ship, it might slow you down more than you like. If you hit a sudden grade, it isn't going to frantically shift through several gears, trying to maintain a perfect 70 miles per hour. Instead, the 6L90 is predictable and methodical. When it decides to downshift, you know exactly where it's going. There's no guessing game, no awkward double shifts, and no erratic behavior. It finds the right gear, it locks in, and does the work. It might be a bit slower than the guy in the lane next to you, but as captain, I'll take the predictability over speed every time. It's that set it and forget it confidence that makes the 6-speed a veteran in the towing world. We've talked about getting up the mountain, but as any tow veteran knows, the way down is where the real work happens. When you have a 35-foot travel trailer behind you, gravity is your biggest enemy. My rule of thumb, control the speed before the grade controls you. I always use cruise control, paired with tow haul mode, for my descents. The 6-speed's grade braking is methodical. It knows exactly when to downshift to let the engine's compression do the heavy lifting. But the trick is to bump the cruise control down 5 to 10 miles per hour before you even point the nose downhill. If you start the descent already carrying too much speed, you've already lost the battle. Alright, let's get into some maintenance. Now let's talk about keeping the 6L90 alive for the long haul. Maintenance is the absolute key here. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Your service interval really depends on how often you're hooked up to a trailer, exactly how much weight you're pulling, and the climate you're working in. If you're towing heavy in the heat, your fluid is working overtime. For a newer truck like the 2023, my advice is to have it serviced by an authorized dealer and or a source that you trust. Unless, of course, you have the know-how and you can do it yourself. You want to ensure that the filter is replaced, and most importantly, you want to make sure they're using the proper fluid. I'm actually going to be doing a dedicated transmission fluid service video on this truck very soon. It'll be a deep dive how-to where I'll show you the exact process, the tools you'll need, and how to get it done right if you're planning it to handle it on your own in your garage. Bottom line, the 6L90 in the 6.6 gas is a proven workhorse. If you manage the heat and stay smart with your towing habit and stay ahead of the maintenance schedule, this transmission is going to take care of you. I want to hear from you guys. Are you taking your HD to the dealer for these services or tackling them yourself? Drop a comment and let me know your strategy. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, stick around for that video that's coming up on the transmission. And you guys take it easy. Dave out.